All right, let's talk about the law of attraction. But we're not just going to go over the theory today. We are digging into the practical how-to method straight from Michael J. Losier's best-selling book. Think of this as your personal three-step guide to start deliberately getting more of what you actually want in your life. So, to kick things off, let's just look at what's already happening in your life. The core idea here is that you're already a total pro at using the law of attraction. You're probably just doing it unintentionally.
Okay, let me ask you something and be honest. Does this sound familiar at all? Have you ever found yourself caught in a loop of bad relationships, or maybe just having one of those days where absolutely everything seems to go wrong and you just throw your hands up and wonder, why does this keep happening to me?
Well, what if that's not just bad luck? The book argues that it's actually perfect proof that the law of attraction is working 24/7. It's a process called non-deliberate attraction. Basically, you're attracting things based on your focus without even realizing you're doing it. And you have to remember, this law is completely neutral. It doesn't pick sides. It works both ways. The positive side is that amazing feeling of serendipity, right? Like when you bump into an old friend just moments after they popped into your head. But the negative side, that's that classic downward spiral. You stub your toe, you burn the toast, you get stuck in traffic, and you just know it's going to be one of those days. That's the law in action too. So, how does this whole thing actually work? Well, the book boils it down to one single core concept, what it calls the science of vibes. Okay, let's look at the official definition here. The most important words are right there at the end, whether positive or negative. This is so crucial. The law of attraction isn't some magic positivity tool, it's a focus tool. It simply gives you more of whatever you're putting your energy into. And the mechanism for all of this is what the book calls your vibration. Just think of it as the emotional signal you are constantly broadcasting out into the universe. And the best part is, it's incredibly simple. There are really only two kinds of vibration you can send out, positive or negative. Every feeling of joy, excitement, or pride, that's a positive vibration. And every feeling of disappointment, stress, or lack, well, that's a negative one. This quote just nails it. The law of attraction doesn't judge. It doesn't decide what you should have. It's basically a giant matching system. It hears the vibration of stress and says, oh, okay, you're focused on stress. Here are some more circumstances to feel stressed about. It hears joy and says, great, let's line up more things to feel joyful about. Okay, so if we've been attracting things by default this whole time, how do we flip the switch and start doing it on purpose? Well, the book gives us a very clear, actionable formula to do just that. And here it is, a simple three-step formula. Step 1, you identify your desire. Step 2, you give your desire attention. And then we have the most important and honestly the most misunderstood step of all. Step 3, you have to allow it. We're going to walk through each one right now. So let's break down step 1. To figure out what you want, you actually start with something you're already a world-class expert in, knowing what you don't want. Every complaint, every little frustration, that's called contrast. And it's not a bad thing. It's actually the raw material for getting crystal clear on what you truly desire. And here's the clarity through contrast exercise in action. It's a really simple process. On one side of a page, you list what you don't want, like, say, a poor listener. Then you ask the magic question, so what do I want? And the answer, a great listener, goes right on the other side. You're literally turning every complaint into a clear, powerful statement of desire. All right, so you've done the exercise, you know what you want, you're giving it your attention, so why isn't it here yet? This brings us to the biggest, most common obstacle in this entire process. I mean, this is the question that trips everybody up, right? You've done the work, you've made your lists, you're feeling excited, and then crickets. Nothing happens. So what's blocking it? The book identifies one major roadblock, and it's a big one: doubt. Doubt isn't just a thought, it is a powerful negative vibration. It's kind of like trying to listen to your favorite radio station while a giant static machine is running right next to it. It just cancels out the signal. And the solution to all that static is step 3, allowing. This quote puts it perfectly. Allowing isn't something you do, it's actually something you stop doing. It's the simple act of removing that negative vibration of doubt. Think of it like a simple equation. You have a strong, positive desire, but you add to it a strong negative doubt. What do you get? A neutralized, zero signal. Nothing gets through. But if you have that strong desire and you add allowing, which is just the absence of doubt, what do you get? A clear, powerful signal that the law of attraction can finally respond to.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? How do we get rid of the doubt and really start allowing? The book doesn't just leave you hanging. It gives you a practical toolkit full of things you can do.
Here are 3 really powerful tools from that toolkit. First, celebrate the proof. When you get even a little bit of evidence that what you want is on its way, celebrate it. This builds positive momentum. Second, try rephrasing your affirmations so they feel true. Instead of saying, I have my ideal mate, which might create doubt, try saying, I'm in the process of attracting my ideal mate. See, it feels believable. And third, and this is a big one, let the law of attraction figure out the how. Your only job is to be clear on the what and hold that good feeling. So if you boil this entire process down to one single takeaway, it's this. Your feelings are your guide. They are your vibrational indicator, your own personal GPS. If you feel good, you're in a state of allowing and sending a positive signal. If you feel bad, you're in a state of resistance, and it's probably because of doubt. It's really that simple. And that leaves us with one final, very personal question to think about. Based on how you feel in this exact moment, what signal, what vibration are you sending out into the universe right now?